Bitcoin is pumping. We have right now a massive pump, guys, going on. Bitcoin again above $90,000. We're gonna have a look into that, guys, and also gonna reveal you my game plan and also what I bought actually yesterday. With yesterday's dump, maybe if you watched the video, you heard me saying that I was very bullish, even though we crashed down here, and I told you guys that this is actually a gift what we have seen yesterday, because I still expected Bitcoin has the potential not only to go again above 100k, but maybe even create new all-time highs before we maybe enter into the bear market next year. So welcome everyone on board. Today a little bit a late video, guys. Today was very busy, but tomorrow we should be back on track with some updates also on some new upcoming cryptos, because they are all coming out beginning of 2026, like Bitcoin Hyper, for example. That is of course right now one of the biggest pre-sales out there with over 28 million raised. We're gonna have a look into that of course again tomorrow. And also the giveaway winner selection, we're gonna do the distribution probably tomorrow. So I have time tomorrow to do that. And of course, thank you very much for your great support, guys. We're gonna do the next $100 giveaway for someone of you as soon as we reach 4,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for your great support. And of course, be active here, leave a like, subscribe, and also comment, because the more comments I see from you, the more likely it is I'm gonna select you as a lucky winner of the next $100 giveaway. And of course, also if you want to get into new hyped upcoming low market cap cryptos that currently everyone is buying up right now and preparing for the next altcoin season and the big altcoin launches, then of course the next ones that are upcoming are here in the video description. We have a few of them: Bitcoin Hyper, Hypersui, Base, Perb, and so on. Check them out, guys, if you want to get on board before the launch. And of course, also if you are looking out for some exchanges, then Bybit, Casey Exchange, Maxi Global, and so on. I'm trading currently on different exchanges. That's why sign up to all of them to get the maximum sign-up bonus with my links. Also remember that everything is of course no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. And of course, I'm just sharing my own opinions and market analysis here in the crypto space. So we're gonna start here in the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, guys. You can see that after this rising broadening wedge, we had this breakdown. And I told you that if we get this breakdown, I'm gonna buy as much as I can Bitcoin down here, because I'm very bullish for the next coming weeks and months for Bitcoin. Not only that we could eventually go towards a lower high in the bigger scheme of things, that we can just get a relief rally before we get the confirmation of a bear market and so on, that we're gonna crash down to 60k and things like that. It is possible, but first I think a relief rally is possible, and based on the liquidation heat map, even 130k is possible for Bitcoin because of the big liquidations that we would get if we reach 130k on the price. This is where most money can be taken right now, at 130k, not at 60k for Bitcoin. And that's why I think right now probably the market will move here more towards the upside than the downside. So what I did yesterday, I bought more Bitcoin with an average price of around 85k. And what I also did, guys, yesterday I bought some micro strategy stocks, because I think that whatever happens with the stock right now, but the chart is looking too nice for me to be not buying it. So even though we got a lot of FUD and a lot of craziness around MicroStrategy and so on, I don't care, because I'm just looking at the chart. And something that got like punished so much, and since basically almost the all-time high, it just crashed down like Bitcoin almost to the 200 weekly moving average. And on the weekly time frame, we are in such extreme oversold condition. And the cool thing is that also here, even if you're not expecting that this one will go to new all-time highs, but just having a relief rally, if you're buying the stock right now at around $180, yesterday I bought at around $172, even if you're buying at $180, if this one is going up, just to come up to test the previous support here that we got at around $300, that's already a 66% price increase, which in my opinion for a stock is not too bad. Even of course, if we just get a relief rally without creating new all-time highs, because if we would create new all-time highs, then also with this stock a 2x and even more is possible. I don't expect that, but of course it is possible, especially if Bitcoin would go to $130,000. Then of course altcoins, they are starting to pump like crazy again, which is nice to see. This is what we want to see, of course. Whenever Bitcoin is slightly going higher, we want of course those altcoins also to push like crazy to the upside. That's why also I'm buying into new coins like Bitcoin Hyper, for example, or new DEXs that are upcoming like Hyperliquid or Ether, and those are Hypersui and Base Perp. You can check them out here in the video description, of course, the new DEXs that are coming on different blockchains. And then of course they are all here linked in the video description. And then of course more Bitcoin. And MicroStrategy I bought now, guys, because I think that this stock really deserves to at least get a relief rally. Also for Bitcoin, we are bouncing here at the 100 weekly moving average on the weekly time frame. Also here we are bouncing perfectly from it, and right now we are fighting with this resistance at 92k. This is a weekly resistance that we have here. Once we break it and we go above, it's very, very possible that Bitcoin will have a nice relief rally also here towards 110, maybe even up towards 116k, because this is where Bitcoin broke down basically from this rising wedge. Here you can see at 110k we broke down and we never came up to test this resistance, which is currently it is at around 116k, and this is of course also going higher and higher. The thing is, of course, that if we reach $130,000 maybe in the next coming weeks, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin then will also continue this run up, because here of course we would have a lot of resistance up here. This is where Bitcoin topped out with every new all-time high and with every rally while we were creating this rising wedge. So I think it is possible that we're gonna reach the $130,000 level to maybe also liquidate all those shorts that are opened up right now. That is possible, but that Bitcoin is going like now towards 200k or something like that, I don't expect that. So I think 130k is possible, a new all-time high, because we didn't have the euphoria phase before. If we were coming now from 200k, then I would say new all-time high is impossible. But since we are not coming like from this euphoria stage, from the 200k area, where I believe Bitcoin would have been going to in this bull run, because of that, I think that it's possible that we can still create new all-time highs, but still basically be in the beginning of a bear market, even if we would create now new all-time highs. That's the main reason. And why 200k? Maybe you were asking yourself, if you're not watching my daily videos, is because of the rainbow chart indicator, because normally Bitcoin is topping out always between the orange and the red zone up here, so between $170,000 to $220,000 at the moment. For now, we always got rejected at the purple line here, which is now also perfectly matching the $130,000 level. If we were up here, if we would have seen in 2025 something like that, and now we are crashing down and we get a dead cat bounce or a relief rally, then I would say yes, no new all-time highs, maybe just 130k or 140k, and then we crash down, something like that. But since we didn't have this euphoria phase here, we stayed always down here, and now we crash down. I think if we get a relief rally, it is possible that we still can create new all-time highs, but afterwards then start the bear market. That's why I'm still open up for new all-time highs, but of course be very cautious right now, because time-wise, of course, the cycle top should be in, and we would enter now into a bear market until the end of 2026, basically, like October 2026. But this price action that we're seeing right now, in my opinion, it is a sign that we are bottoming out. We have the 3-day time frame, buy signals everywhere. We have the 5-day time frame, also buy signals flashing everywhere, buy signals on the higher time frames. Only the weekly is missing, but that one also will be upcoming. And all moving averages, the target ones, the most important ones, are all at around $100,000 to $105,000. So I think this price level up here will definitely be met. If Bitcoin is able also to push above and go towards 130k, this is of course what we have to see once this happens. And also the 200 daily moving average currently is at 110k. So we have a lot of resistance at 110k in this area, but I think we still have the chance to go towards 130k. But if we really would see some troubles to push above 110k, so above the 200 daily moving average, then maybe we should think to take a little bit of profits, especially if you're buying up right now Bitcoin, because after like a 30% move to the upside, it is possible that here's maybe somewhere we could top out and start the bear market basically, or continue the bear market and just get a lower high. But I still think that 130k is in the cards right now. Alright guys, that's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Of course, I'm gonna keep you updated, so be subscribed here, and also tomorrow more videos about new upcoming cryptos as well that I'm buying up. Those are extremely hyped new cryptos. I give it a try, of course. I'm buying everywhere a few hundreds of dollars into them, and then just relax, just wait until they're launching and then see what happens at launch. And meanwhile, of course, I'm trading Bitcoin. So I am bullish. I think in the next coming days and weeks, we're gonna see 100k and higher levels for Bitcoin, and that means that also the altcoins most likely will pump like crazy, because also the Bitcoin dominance most likely will start to fall rapidly. Already now we are coming down, and that's why I think we're gonna continue to go lower and lower here with the dominance. And what we're seeing right now could be the beginning of an altcoin season eventually as well. So that's why. Let's see what happens. The altcoins are pushing nicely to the upside now, and of course Bitcoin probably also will do. So let's see what happens. The weekly time frame is looking extremely good to buy right now. Of course, no financial advice, just what I'm doing. So let me know. Also, let me know if you're buying MicroStrategy, guys. Let me know that if you're buying some stocks. I know that you can, if you want to stay in crypto, you can, I think, buy it also here on Bybit, for example, the stock, without going into the fiat world. You can also buy with crypto here on Bybit, for example, if you want to buy some MicroStrategy stocks, for example. So let me know. That's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna see you all in the next one. Bye for now.